So trying to get one of these, it's pretty damn tough.
Really tough. And as we're getting closer to Christmas, it's almost looking like it's an impossible deal. But you know what? We're here. Again, my name is Chino.
Manny.
All right, if you find this video useful, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and also share. The reason we ask that, it also helps this video populate within the YouTube algorithm, and it helps reach other people. Okay, we're gonna start with my favorite, Walmart.
All right, so look, Walmart, we did a little bit of research today. We went out, we did a little bit of, of that recon work, and it's looking like there was some drops here and there. We went to a few different stores, and it looks like they're still doing walk-ins. It's looking like the most part, that might be ending pretty soon. Some of them were telling us they're gonna get shipments again until after Christmas, but I've also seen some signs in some Walmarts that say, PS5s and Xboxes from now on are gonna be online only. So what it's looking like, it's pretty soon. This will be probably an online purchase with an in-store pickup, I hope. But for the most part, they might be going online pretty soon. So you'll catch a few of these Walmarts still doing walk-ins, but it's gonna get a little bit tougher.
Yeah, I think personally you have 2 or 3 days. You have today, maybe if you go around lunchtime and you get lucky and you camp for about 2 or 3 hours until they unload the truck, maybe you get some information, maybe they'll sell to you. If not, get the information tomorrow. They should be selling, and I think the last day will be Monday. Monday will be camping all over the United States.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be the last day that you can get one at Walmart walking in.
Yeah, and the reason we say kind of like wait around lunchtime is the trucks are coming in sometime in the afternoon and they unload them. So if you are trying to get information, because BrickSeek is done, it's down, you can't use it anymore. So if you're trying to get information, you kind of have to go in store, talk to Sony Electronics. Hopefully they're nice enough to give you information, but usually around maybe 6 p.m. Central Time or 7 p.m. your time, that's around the time they kind of know if they have any consoles or not. And that's when they can give you an idea if they're going to sell that same night or the next morning. So again, Walmart was probably the most awesome place to pick up a PS5 because a little bit of camping, you walked out with a PS5. Now, if this happens, what we're assuming is going to happen, it will be online, and you know how it is. Online it's pretty tough.
Yeah, you're going against bots. And then moving on and staying within Walmart, this was also brought to my attention. If you guys have any information or you're seeing this at your local Walmarts or Walmarts in your surrounding areas, make sure you videotape it. You have a cell phone. Make sure you document it. I have an individual that I spoke with that sent me this video, and in the video you're seeing manager's office with PlayStations, and this gentleman was camping out for 2 days. And I'm not gonna stay on this topic for very long, but I do want to address it. He did camp out one day, and they did tell them that they had PS5s, but they couldn't sell them to around lunchtime. So he came around 11, and he literally was there from 11 to about 2 or 3 o'clock, him and his girlfriend. And then the manager sold those 3 PS5s that they had to friends, or he's assuming family members. So that kind of sucks. The following day, he camped out again, and guess what? They only have a handful of PS5s. There's a long line of 20 people. All of a sudden, the point of sale machine, the machine that uses a credit card or debit card to swipe and purchase your PlayStation, doesn't work. So guess what? All those people that didn't have any cash couldn't buy it, and they went all the way to the end of the line where 2 or 3 people had cash and they checked out. So I think moving forward, man, document it, report it to corporate. I think in my situation, if I was a manager, I would have just handed those tickets to the first 3 people, because I don't think it's fair if you're camping out and then people come in at the end of the line and get your prize.
Yeah, and let's be honest. There are going to be some trickery out there, and there will probably be some people that are, or managers and stuff that are, trying to do backdoor deals. It happens, but you know what? That's it for Walmart. If you see it, just let us know or let someone else know. That way they can't get away with it.
All right, and moving on to sneaky Target. Target is super sneaky. I think every time we drop a video, they go the following morning.
Yeah.
So again, we have some information on Target.
So Target did go live last week. It was around 5 o'clock in the morning. The way it looked like, they did switch it up on us a little bit because they ended up doing shipping and in-store pickup. From the looks of it, they were just trying to clear their systems, get rid of any loose systems that they had in their back stock, in their back room. So for the most part, it was first come, first served online, and it didn't really go that smooth. Really, I don't know if a lot of people even scored on it, but my understanding is, I'm assuming now that they probably cleared their system so they can get new inventory, so they can reestablish online in-store pickup. So we assume that Target has at least one more drop in them, or at least we're gonna hope so.
Yeah, one last present for someone to pick up for their kids or for themselves at Target.
Bad thing is, they're not gonna go at a good time for anybody. They've been going around maybe like 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. So if they do go live, it'll be when they populate. Hopefully Pop Finder's working, or my store, the website. If not, you know, we're just all gonna be kind of just guessing and using Twitter for sure.
And then moving on from Target, we're gonna start talking about Amazon.
We talked about it. We talked about Amazon going live in Europe, and sure enough, they ended up going here live in the US too. And again, it was at an inconvenient time, 2 o'clock in the morning our time, 3 o'clock Eastern time, and then I think midnight for Pacific time. So it really maybe benefited more of the Pacific time people, but for the most part, it went live. Amazon did have some PS5 for sale. They didn't sell any digital. It was just all the standard like this one here. But we're assuming that they went live recently. Maybe they're gonna have at least one more drop before Christmas. So again, you know, if Amazon does go live, Twitter is your best source. We will provide the information. We will retweet it if we're awake, but if not, the Twitter accounts that we do follow, that we've been recommending, they're usually on it and they will notify you. So if you're awake, you're gonna be able to try to get at least one of them.
Okay, and then moving from Amazon, we're gonna talk about Missing in Action, Best. Okay, and 2 quick honorable mentions.
Sam's and Costco. Costco has been going live with their bundles. Actually, I think they did live. I think they went live twice in one day. So that was pretty cool for some people that are trying to pick that up. Again, we've talked about it. If you have a Costco membership, if you don't have one, maybe it is time to invest in one, because they're dropping bundles and people are securing the W there. Sam's did go live. It was 12 Central, midnight, our time. So again, Sam's had a bundle, really nice bundle. Hopefully they have at least one more drop in them. But for the most part, you know, some of these other smaller players that we consider smaller, they're making drops. So it looks like there's more inventory coming in, and it seems like more players are starting to get in, but it's not as frequent, and it's not going to be big drops.
Yeah, and just again, if you have a Sam's card, Costco, utilize it. Actually, buy something good. There's good stuff there, but buy something good at that will help you land the prize, which is a PS5 bundle. Because I mean, you're already going to buy probably controller and games. And the next one, they've been missing in action. Yeah. Best Buy. We need to talk about Best Buy.
Yeah, so Best Buy, for the most part, they went live in Canada a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken. It depends when you're watching this video, but again, it's kind of like that same flow that we're talking about. If a retailer releases, like for instance in Europe or Canada or so on, then typically they follow suit and land in the US afterwards, or sometimes they start with us, or sometimes we end up in the middle. It doesn't really matter. But now we're assuming that Best Buy is going to probably end up going live with some PS5s and Xbox Series X and stuff like that. But we're assuming they typically pick Sundays. Today is Saturday. Kind of makes us think when you start looking at Best Buy, maybe after midnight, they might do a random drop. But I believe, and we kind of both believe strongly, that Best Buy has at least one more drop in them. So they're a player that's been MIA for quite too long. I think they're going to come through pretty soon.
And I'm happy with Best Buy. I mean, that's how I secured Sexy Beast. But again, that's how I secured it. And I believe, like me and Manny were discussing earlier, is that if they do something, it might be tonight. You can you have a choice, either camp out at Walmart or camp out at home online, just clicking that refresh button.
Yeah, you're gonna lose some sleep, but trust me, it's worth it. This console is so much fun to play with. And then the last one we're gonna touch base on is Sony Direct. And we've been stressing and we've been telling everybody, you must have a Twitter account. Even if you don't care for it, set up a Twitter account, because when Sony Direct goes live, and honestly, they probably have one of the better systems. The way Sony Direct works is pretty cool, because they have kind of like an anti-bot capture in the beginning, and then you just wait in the queue until they start, selling the consoles. And for the most part, it is imperative, it is very important that you are in as quickly as possible, because if you are in there trying to refresh and trying to, redo the capture like 4 or 5 times, it's done. It's a wrap. You're not going to get in. You're not going to get it. This is all about being efficient and fast. So as soon as you see that notification on the Twitter, click the link, get in, solve that capture super fast, and you have a really good chance of getting the PS5. Because for the most part, a lot of the comments that you guys have been leaving for us is, I secured on Sony Direct, and their shipping is super fast. 2 to 3 days for the most part, maybe 4 days max, and they're delivering.
And you get it right before Christmas. And again, Sony Direct has been going more and more frequently. Guys, we've talked about this. Make sure you have your login, your credit card information saved. So when you do check out, all you're doing is clicking the CAPTCHA and maybe reviewing your information. That's it. So
it's that simple.
So with that, guys, again, you have to put in the work. If you're not putting in the work, if you don't download a Twitter, if you're not, trying to get it online or even making the effort to go to Walmart or even camp out, you're not going to get one. It's going to be very hard for you to get one. A lot of people are chasing the next gen consoles, which is the PS5 and the Xbox. And again, we're here to give you the information. You have to take the information and utilize it. That's all we can do. We're working directly with some people, and they've been able to acquire the PS5. So again, we wish everybody the best. We have a few days before Christmas. It's going to be a big week as far as trying to get it before Christmas. And then I think it'll be moving to just online.
Yeah, again, we want as many people as possible to get this console or the Xbox. We're going to do our best to retweet whatever we can retweet. But, for the most part, if you put in the work, you're going to get one of these. Again, like he said, good luck, have fun, and keep playing.